Okay, we're back.
Let's go!
Woo! First
Season
game week
3.
of the season.
Game week 1, our first deadline stream. Sid versus Tibbs. Arsenal versus Man United. Game week 1. And please, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe because I clearly remember we don't do that. So now I'm going to tell you guys, please like and not subscribe. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, just so that we can get on the algorithm so more people can see us do our nonsense and we can make money from this. But let us go, Sid. It has been a tumultuous 30 days of us trying to figure out teams. I'm probably on draft 1,777,000. But after about 3 p.m. today, after like 3, 4 p.m. today, I finally locked my team in, and I can tell you, we are taking it all this season. This season, we are taking it. Well, Tibbs is taking it over you, but we are winning this season. Yeah.
Man can dream, eh? Man can dream.
I'm a dreamer, Sid.
Man
I'm a dreamer. I told you. It's just, I'm the Man United optimism. I'm here now. So the fall might come, but right now I'm walking on cloud 9. Whoa, and it's time to feel good. Hey, all right now.
Hey, I don't know if this man knows what he's talking about.
I do.
All I have to say, I don't know if this man knows what he's talking about, but I know that I'm good. My team is a bit unorthodox. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. You know, it's a good team.
Vibe.
It might not be here for a long time.
Oh, okay.
It might not be here for a long time, but it is good here for a good time. I won't lie to you.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, well, my team, my team is sort of set up for bench boost game week 2 or 3. So, So it's also, I don't know if it's here for a long time, but it's definitely the choices that were made. Very deliberate, and I have one specific player, especially there just for Sid, because I realized that doing this for 3 seasons.
You realize? I think we have the same player there for each other.
No. Because we've been doing this for 3 seasons, right? And I realized I'm the same man. You know how we always say new year, new me, whatever. And I'm like, no. Sims is the same old. I'll fall for the same trap year in, year out. And you know what? I'm ready to fall in love again. I'm ready to fall in love again.
Okay.
I'll get heartbroken again.
Oh, I'm here for this.
All right.
I'm here for this.
So wait, Sid.
That's all I have to say.
How locked is your team? Like, so is this next hour gonna change anything for you?
I'll be honest. I was hoping that I could get a voice of reason from maybe you and people around me to give me a little bit of confidence. Because right now I'm confident in my team, but I don't know if I'm confident. You know what I mean? Like, there might be something I've overlooked. So let me run through my team quickly and let's see what.
Alrighty. Okay, cool.
So we've got in goals, we've got Sells. I know everybody's going for Sanchez, but I don't know. I like Forest's fixtures a little bit more than Chelsea's fixtures. I also I feel like Forest can still do a job in terms of defensive work. So I think Sells for me right now is a better pick. I know everybody's going for the Sanchez keeper pick, which is fine. And then I've got Nico Williams. And then I've got Anderson. And there's a name on the cards.
Oh no. Don't do it, Sid.
See, we all...
Sid, don't do it, Sid. Don't do it.
There's a name on the cards that, you know, we've had a love-hate relationship over the last 3 years. Me and this
Sid,
man.
don't do it,
Actually,
Sid.
more of just a hate. Maybe just a hate relationship. But I feel like I'm willing to give him a chance. You know, it's like that girl that you know likes you, but you don't know if you like her, and you've been trying to run away. Finally, you get old, and you just realize, I just want someone to be happy with. And maybe this is the girl to make me happy. So, come on down, Mr. Pedro Porro! Guys, I'm wild. I'm wild. I'm wild. I've made Tibbs disappear and be quiet. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
You know what? You know when your friends make fun of like your ex, you know what I'm saying? Your friends are like, hey, how did you end up with that girl? Blah, blah, blah. Then you leave. Then they're all up in her DMs once you've left. That's what Sid is. Sid knows Pedro Porro is my girl. And now he decided as soon as I've left, he's like, you know what? Tim's just never treated you right. That's the thing. Tim's just never treated you right. That's what you have just done here, Sid. Okay. I'm already seeing it. I'm already seeing nonsense happening right in front of my eyes. But okay, yes, continue.
All I have to say is, listen, I'm willing to treat you right. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm willing to treat Pedro Porro right.
Okay.
Also, I think one of the main reasons why I've gone for Pedro Porro is because of the fact that how FPL is adjusted now for the assists to work for defenders in terms of like if the player spams crosses and it's you still get the assist even though it's not an assist, so from the defender side of things. So, and I think Pedro Porro just fits that mold quite perfectly. And also they're playing Burnley. So, this week. So, I don't know. And I don't know, Liam is out here being wild. He's going for Luca Digne and he's going for Cucurella over Pedro Porro. I don't know why you're going for Cucurella over Pedro Porro, but okay. I'm just going to let it be.
Yo, listen to Liam's team just now. Let's finish your team. Because if he's going for Luca Digne, this man has never learned from his past mistakes at all. Luca Digne, Reece James, they will never see the lights of day. In my team, they will never see the lights of day ever again. Okay, so you have your three defenders. It's Anderson. It is
Nico Williams.
and Pedro
Porro.
Okay, Pedro Pascal.
And then I've got Salah, Saka, Palmer, Rogers, and then a Dewsbury Hall.
Oh, that's a fire, man. Actually, Sid, you might be coming with something here. You might be out here. Is this you, Sid? This is you.
I got you.
Out of everyone,
and then,
out of everybody, because I think everybody, all the content creators have Fernandez, but I think everybody, if they could find that extra million, would rather have Saka. And you clearly have found that extra million, because I think that Saka will outscore Bruno this season. But yeah, okay. Then up front.
And then I've gone for a João Pedro and Watkins pair up front.
Just like everyone else.
No, I see. Like... You see, I just wanted to be. What I wanted to do is I went for João Pedro because I had Pedro Porro, so I just wanted to bring it back full circle. I was like, let me go full circle here. We started with the Pedro, let's end with the Pedro.
That's fair, right? And to be fair, Pedro Pascal is everywhere. So I won't lie to you. You said your team sounds like Mr. Fantastic. I'm not even gonna.
But I won't lie. The one thing I might want to change on the team is maybe Watkins to Gyökeres, because I'm not I know Watkins has the better fixtures, but if Arsenal end up starting the season with how they if they give chances the way they give chances, I do see Gyökeres being a better asset than Watkins this season. I just genuinely think that there's a possibility that Gyökeres could be a better asset. I just don't know I just don't know how Arsenal and Gyökeres fit because we've only seen him play what like 80 minutes for in the entire preseason, and like the one half was looked pretty good, but like I don't know if that's gonna be replicated. Also against the United at Old Trafford, I don't know. So that's why. And then I've gone for a bench of Dubravka, Esteve, Heaven, and Mark Gui.
Okay.
And that's where I found the money. That's where I found my money was going for a Heaven, and yeah.
Yeah. So I would. Oh, I can tell you that that is the best Salah team, like as a Salah as the main premium. That's the best Salah premium team that I've seen around. So that's something that I'll say to you. I would replace Heaven with another like 4 million. Like there's a guy Ronaldo or something from Sunderland,
Yeah, I
or
looked at
Rondon
him.
from Leeds. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I think they're more likely to start like Haven will get games, but he's not, I think, a
yeah,
regular starter for United yet. So, because I think that it's between him and Maguire and Shaw, like fighting out
yeah,
for one position. So, just in terms of if you need your bench anytime, I would maybe just go for one of those guys ahead of Heaven. And for the 7.5s, like I'm just a João Pedro hater. Like that's just my thing. I would rather have Mateta. He's on penalties and he's guaranteed 90 minutes. Yes, Chelsea have better fixtures, but that's why you have Palmer. So because he's the penalty taker. And this season in the Premier League, they've changed the rules for like holding in the box. So the likelihood of getting penalties is more like it look like there's likely going to be more penalties because of the new rule change about how defenders can mark and hold in the box from corners and stuff. So having the penalty taker, I would I would have that because he's the same price as João Pedro. So that's the only. But otherwise, I think that that is the best Salah team as a premium that you could come up with in my mind. So I support that
yeah.
Hassan. So
I
I
mean,
support
I've
you.
also done what I've tried to do is have kind of a player of every price point in the midfield. So I've got a very
Mm.
cheap player to all the way to a Salah, so that I can, if I really like, for example, after 2 game weeks, I'm like, yo, actually Salah's not the one. I can easily go into other players or redistribute funds quite easily from there. And I've also that's also what I've done with the defense as well. It's quite easy to move to a better defender if I need to.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's kind of been my thing. If need be, there is ways to move through and make a better team if need be. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So that's just my advice to your team. It'd be Mateta instead of João Pedro, and then yeah, having another 4 million defender that actually is guaranteed minutes. So that's basically it. Otherwise, I think that that's you're firing. Like you're gonna start off the season well. Like you weren't lying when you said that your season was gonna go. That is so. I'll give you congratulations. That is the best. Wait, so is Salah your captain this game week?
That's where we're gonna have a conversation because I don't know
Okay,
yet.
because because if we're gonna go watch this game now, I want your weekend to be ruined before the Springboks even touch the field. Before the Springboks even kick a ball, your weekend will be ruined. So I'm just letting you know that if you pick Salah as captain and you watch this game in an hour and a half, I want to see nonsense happen. So, but I will honestly say that that is a fire too. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go with your
So
team. What's your team looking like?
yeah. So then my team, and that's why I said, that's the best Salah premium draft I've seen, purely because now, which will be the title of our first video, is it's Salah versus Haaland. Because Tibbs has a Haaland draft. I said what I said, and I meant what I meant. So, yes. First of all, let's go. In goals, Tibbs has cells, just like Sid. I very much agree with your thing. A lot of people have Sanchez, but people forget that Kowal got injured and he's out for like 9 to 6 months. And
Yeah.
that means that Chelsea's defense is going to be a lot weaker because at right back, they still have an addressed right back. They still have, Reece James, who's never fit, and Gusto, who's not very good. And Kukurea, yeah, so the defense is not as solid as it should be in my mind. And Nottingham Forest had 5 clean sheets in preseason. So they genuinely are going to be a very good defensive unit. And their first 6 games, they faced 3 of the promoted teams. So I definitely think that defensive wise, I think just not Brentford, Nottingham Forest have a very good defense, and they've had it in preseason. They have an easy fixture run up until now, so that's why also my second defender is also Nico Williams. So also have two a double Nottingham Forest defense. Then I have, as Liam would say, I have Cucurella, fam. I want some paella, my guys. I want some paella. I'm out here. Because then I'm like, you know what? I will then, like, I want some paella, Sid. You meant to be in Madrid. So I'm bringing Spain to you, Sid. I'm bringing Spain to you. So I have Cucurella as well. I thought last season he was a very good goal threat. It was a tough choice between him and Muniz, but Chelsea's fixtures won out over Crystal Palace's fixture string. So Kukurea is the person that I'm going for. And my third defender said, "You must read my mind because Pedro Porro, come on home, baby, let's go." Ah, I'll never meant to give you up. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna turn around and desert you. Never gonna give you up. Let's go.
Guys,
Yes,
move away from
uh,
Pedro Porro. Move away. My only reason I was choosing Pedro Porro is because I was like, Tips doesn't happen, so he might bang this season, dog. He might bang.
Nope.
But
I have Pedro Porro purely exactly like you said. Fixtures. Tottenham have some good fixtures. I think they'll be a lot better defensively under Frank.
yeah,
Pedro Porro is also on set
free
pieces now
kicks and
that James
corners.
Madison is injured. Yeah, so and then also we saw against PSG when they play a tough opposition, he's going to play as a wing back because they played with 3 at the back
Yeah,
and they played as a wing back. So he'll be very attacking and yeah, 5.5. His first game's up against Burnley at home. That's exact. And also, he's actually surprisingly decent at um, defensive contributions. Like he's not the best, but
yeah,
out of the fullbacks, he's in the top 5 for defensive contributions from last season. So that's exactly why I have him. And Williams is also the best fullback at defensive contributions with Anthony Robinson from Fulham, but he's injured. So
yeah,
that's kind of why I picked them, and that's my back three. And also, like you said, each of my 3 defenders fill a plug point. Of Kukurea is my
yeah,
six, Pietro Pro is my 5.5, and Williams is my 5. So I will be able to go between them or even get a 4.5 if I have to and drop them to a 4.5. So that's also why I picked the structure so that I could also move off of it if I need to. So
sure.
then we go to my midfield. I have the coldest man that we've ever did see, Cole Palmer. I have the new German wonder kid that's gonna hit the Premier League, the new number 10, the new magician in red. I have Verts. I then also, to try and cover Salah, I also have Cody Gakpo, who got actually the most returns from Liverpool attackers in preseason. So I also have Gakpo, and then I have the Man City I don't know how to say it.
Reinders,
Range,
Reinders, Reinders.
Rhiners. So I have Rhiners, and that is my 4 in the midfield. Then up front, I have Watkins, Erling Haaland as captain, and I have a Fulkrug from West Ham. And then my bench is Shrewsbury Hall, Patrick Dogu, and Ronaldo from Sunderland. with Dubravka on the bench. So
Okay.
the reason why I had Falkberg is because of basically the fixture, because he's playing Sunderland, and he scored 3 goals from 3 games in his past three fixtures. Again in the preseason. I really wanted. I couldn't afford Bowen, so I just attacked the promoted team, Sunderland versus West Ham, and yeah. So then I have Dewsbury Hall to come in and swap with him. I also have Patrick Dogu, who's an attacking fullback from United, because I believe United will defensively. United were actually fine defensively last season. It was I was
Yeah.
striking that was the issue. Our striking was the problem. So getting a fullback in a United system should be okay, because we also have some tough fixtures. We also have some good fixtures. We also play Burnley game week 3. So that's kind of why I picked the team that I picked. And like I said, I had to make a choice, Haaland or Salah. The reason why I'm going for Haaland is because I'm also thinking of triple captaining Haaland in game week 6 when he plays Burnley. So I told you, like I said last season, Holland is prolifically in all of his seasons been a good starter to the league. He's always been a very good starter. There's always a hat trick in the first 5 game weeks, and Tibbs wants to be around. So it's as simple as that. I'm relying on football heritage, football history. So that's why Holland, I believe in you. That's the thing. So
How
that's
many
my
times
team
has
going
Holland
forward.
gotten? How many times has Holland gotten a hat trick without?
De Bruyne, yes, never. Okay, let's move on.
No,
Let's
no, no, no,
move.
no. I'm not even. I don't even care about De Bruyne. Without their boy Rodri.
Okay, I actually don't know that stat. I don't know that stat. But Rodri should come back after game week. Okay. Alrighty.
I know the stat. Zero.
Oh,
Zero
okay.
hat tricks with no
I don't know.
Rodri.
No, but Rodri should be back game week. Rodri should be back after game week 4. That's what Pep said. He should be back in September. So
Should be. Should be.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Should be.
I told you I made my peace with it. I feel like I'm covering Salah's points with Verts and Gappo, but no one's gonna have Haaland as captain. So I feel like I have the same defense you had. I'm just letting you know, Sid. So this is I formulated this plan very, very, very strategically, and I feel like that's the best that I've come up with. I did have Straight Larson at a point, but then I realized, when have I ever trusted Wolves to have good attack? So they might have good fixtures, but what business do I have trusting a Wolves attack? Even if they could have good fixtures, I can't be spending that money when I don't trust any of them. Where I believe that every 6 defender would outscore Straight Larson this season. Like, so there's absolutely no reason for me to have a Straight Larson when there's 6 £6 million defenders that I think will all outscore him. So that was also a reason
Mm.
why I got rid of Straight Larson. And yeah, so they'd also did for bench boost, because Gayu might not start. So I wanted to have then obviously full Krug, just so that I can bench boost like game week 2 or 3, and then I can go straight to just having a low budget bench, and then focus on making a better team from there. So it's all planned out. It's all strategic. I don't know if my plan will plan, but that's what we're gonna do.
Okay. If you say
But
so.
we both go for Nottingham Forest. But you're right. Our teams were very similar. Like we both saw the vision of Nottingham Forest. Yeah, that's what Liam
Your
said. Yeah,
boy
yeah.
Liam is saying he's
Yeah.
captaining Shesko.
Why is he like? He doesn't even have Cisco. Like, he doesn't even have Cisco. You know he doesn't have Cisco. Also, I'm so mad you got Cisco in draft. How dare you? How dare you, Sid? How dare you do a waiver? How dare you do that waiver undercover like that? I went like, see, I saw it this afternoon that said, oh, rejected. The player's not on the board. I'm like, okay, who has this man? So, Cisco for your draft team, I'm going to say, forget you, Sid. Forget you.
Actually, now that you
So, yeah.
remind me, I should probably put Shesko in the actual team and not on the bench. But
Oh, so you believe he's going to score
eh,
against Arsenal? Because apparently Amaron said that he's ready to start. Amaron said he's ready to go.
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna score against Arsenal. A part of me is really hating the fact that I don't have an Arsenal defender because I think
Yeah.
the next 3 or 4 game weeks is gonna be wild. As much as hard as it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a wild time to have an Arsenal defender.
Yeah,
But I
like
could be
I,
wrong.
I, I fully agree with you. It was because I have a 6 point. I have that budget. The reason why I chose Kukurea is just I wanted Gabriel, but like he only played one preseason game and only played 62 minutes. So like he's coming back from an injury, so I know he's going to play against United. I know that, but it's just
Yeah.
how match fit is he going to be? But definitely, I'm going to get an Arsenal defender. I'm most afraid of Saka, to be fair. Like I'm like not having Saka is probably the scare. Like I'm more scared of not having like Saka than Salah. Like that's how deep my love of soccer is because I think especially with Jokeres around, I think he will hold up a lot of space of the defenders. So Saka's cut in and shoot is gonna be like I think very lethal this season, and his ability to cross into Jokeres for assists, I think will also be very problematic. So I definitely think that Saka is a sleeper pick that no one is really focusing on just because of their
Mm.
fixtures. But I mean, you're playing Man United. When has that been a tough fixture? I'm just putting it out there. Like, it's not a tough fixture,
Oh, it's
you know?
always been a tough fixture. Relax yourself.
I'm
United has
just, no, I'm just,
always been a tough fixture.
I'm just saying, I don't know how, and then you're playing Leeds. I'm like, whoa, you guys, this is a great kickoff. Like, so I'm very scared of Saka. So I think that's why I love your team is the fact that we found a way to bring in Saka and Watkins with having a
Yeah.
premium defender. That's a lot of teams haven't had that. So that's why I think that your team probably will do really well. Like, I think we're both going to get off to really good starts this season.
Yeah. It's just the captaincy part where I'm a bit. I don't know if I want to. But Salah's record against Bournemouth is great.
And also he scored every time in game week one. So like game week one, he's never not got a return. So last season I
Yeah.
remember he got a goal and an assist. So he got like 11 points last season. So which we all missed out on because we both never went for Salah at the start of the season last year. So I remember that. But so yeah, so if I had Salah, I would captain him. Is that's my thing. And my vice captain's Verts. Clearly, I believe in the fixture, so that's so I just know that backing the early kickoff, and I don't want my weekend ruined. Because if Salah doesn't score, which he has never not done, but if he doesn't, my whole Saturday is dead. Oh, the whole Saturday, my whole Sunday, I'm gonna be stressing for O's. I'll be stressing, but I'm happy
Do you
with
know
both of our
what?
teams actually. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think our teams are really good, but I do think I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep the captaincy on my boy Salah for this weekend. The only thing
Yeah,
is, I
man.
do not know if I want to. Do I want to listen to you about the? Yeah, I will listen to you. Do you know what? This is about. It's about growth this season. I'm gonna listen and grow this season, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
get rid of Heaven. I'm gonna remove Heaven now for
Mm-hmm.
Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Ronaldo,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Ronaldo, yeah.
if I can find this
I
man.
know my I know my boys. I know my boys. I know my boys.
Where is you?
Do 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 do.
No man. Add player. Is Ronaldo 4? Yeah, 4 million. Okay. And then
Mm-hmm.
just checking if there's any other things I want to change. Maybe I listen. Maybe I do what you did. Hold on.
What?
I'll tell you now. I need to just see how much this man is. No, I don't know. I don't know if the finances for him. For full cricket.
Oh, what did you? What did I do?
You put full cricket in your team, and I was like, actually, that makes a bit sense. But I was like, I don't have the finances for full cricket.
Yeah. It's a bit rough. Yeah, it's a bit rough to get him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's good.
Okay. Next rounders. Kelleher and Dubravka. Why are we going Kelleher? Oh wait, Kelleher's changed. He's moved, hasn't he?
Yeah. Kelleher is at Brentford. My only issue is Kelleher was injured. Like, he should play, but he was injured for their last preseason game. So he is rated as he was in training. So he's obviously going to play, but he might not be there for game week 1. And also, Dubravka still hasn't played a game yet for Burnley, but yeah, he's still possible. So I think those are the two keepers that will eventually end up starting. But for game week 1, they might not be the starter as of yet. So that is so then that's just the reason why I would wait on them. And I wouldn't have both. That's the reason why I wouldn't have both. But Dubravka is a 4.0, so you can just have him. He should be back. He should be back, but he still hasn't played yet. And yeah, Kelleher, I just believe Brentford, like, you got them going down in our predictions. So I think Brentford might struggle a bit this season, because I think also had them like 15th or something. So that's the reason why I wouldn't go for that one. I would go for Petrovic before that. I generally just believe in him as a goalkeeper, and I think that the Bournemouth coach has been phenomenal, and I think Bournemouth could do really well this season, even though they lost their whole defense. Bournemouth made Kepa look like a good keeper, and like, no one thought Kepa's a good keeper since he's come into the league. So so I'd probably go for Petrovic. If I had to go for a 4.5,
what do you think?
Petrovic.
What do you think of this team? Cucurella, Porro, Ronaldo, Esteve, Murillo, a midfield of Salah, who's the captain, Palmer, Bruno. How do you have money for this? Bruno, Dewsbury Hall, and Reinders, and then Watkins and Pedro at the attack.
Yeah, I think that's a fire team. I'd rather have Milenkovic over Murillo, just because people talk about the defensive contributions, but Murillo only got, I think it was 6 or 8 more points in defensive contributions than Milenkovic. But Milenkovic scored way more goals than Murillo. So, there were only 4 games that Murillo got the DEFCON points where Milenkovic didn't, but Milenkovic scored way more goals than that return. So, Milenkovic scored way more goals than that difference in thing. So I just think that's why I think Milenkovic is just a better asset than Murillo. And also, people with the defensive contribution, for it to succeed, you have to keep this person in your team for a long, extended period of time. Like, that's the only time you'll be able to accumulate these points. So, especially with these these teams that will sit back and defend, especially having a Milenkovic with set piece threat, considering that they're going to have 3 promoted teams that probably won't attack you as much, you might not get those defensive contribution points against a team that sits back. So you might as well have the more attacking threat out of the 2. So that's purely why I would go Milenkovic over Murillo, in my opinion. And I've said it from the get-go. Honestly, if he starts Liam Delap, no one's going to be mad. And this is not me like being like, oh my God. Like, there is, especially with Champions League coming up to game week 4. Yeah, Chelsea. especially with Champions League coming game week 4. Like if Liam Delap starts it, no one's gonna be like, oh what? Ah no, what? And there's no way Pedro Porro is gonna be playing. Not Pedro Porro, João Pedro is gonna play full 90 minutes, and he's not on penalties. He's not gonna play a full 90 minutes. For me, I just don't see it. Like Chelsea weren't an elite goal scoring team last season as well. So I just
But
don't
that's
see
also
the
because they
Pedro
had
Porro.
Jackson up front. They also,
Like yeah, I'm just telling you, I'm just not believing the hype. I would much rather have had I would have picked Wood and would have picked Wood and Mateta
Fulkrug.
over João Pedro.
Oh.
Both are penalty takers. Both of those two teams have better. Both of those guys are penalty takers. They're the same price, and both are guaranteed 90 minutes. So for me, that's why that's just my opinion. But if you go João Pedro, I'm not falling for the Chelsea number 9 again. I've fallen for it way too many times. There was Werner, Havertz, Morata, Lukaku, Nkunku. I've fallen for each and every one of them. Never again. So that's just me. I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. You guys continue making the same mistakes. When João Pedro gets subbed on 59 minutes, when Chelsea are at 0-0, call me up because I would have told you that that's what happened. I'm just letting you know. When he gets up on 59 and Liam Delap starts, don't contact me. I'm going to rant about it right here because I told yours. Just letting you know.
well, let's see. I think it's going to be an interesting. I think it's going to be interesting, and I think like, yes, I get where you're coming from, but also they've looked like the most threatening with Pedro up front, not with
Oh,
Delap,
that's true. Yes,
and
yes,
like,
100%. Yes, yeah.
and also with the season, with the way they've played in the having won the Club World Cup and being called the best team in the world, and then like and then having the preseason that they had, which was not bad. Like it was only like 1 or 2 games, but technically also Club World Cup was also preseason, I guess, for them. But I just think he has proven himself to be the starter, and I agree with you. Yes, during Champions League games, probably not, but you also need to keep him hot till the Champions League.
Yeah.
So you got, and I think this is the perfect time to take a punt on him. No, 1 or 2 game weeks now of having João Pedro is not going to make a big deal to you over a whole season.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I like I said, I'm not saying it's a bad option. I'm just saying that like I just feel like there are two other players in the same price bracket that are on penalties and are guaranteed frontmen and starters for their team. So that's just my only opinion of I don't think Chelsea will outscore Crystal Palace. Okay, they will definitely outscore Nottingham Forest. But I don't think they would outscore them by more than at least Crystal Palace by more than 10 goals. And he isn't their primary or their penalty taker, their primary attacker or their penalty taker. So that's why I personally definitely Mateta. Wood is just a personal love affair from last season. The summer loving, it is a great year. But definitely Mateta is, I guarantee you, sitting here today, Mateta is going to outscore João Pedro at the end of the season. Like I will say that today, Mateta is going to get more points than João Pedro this season. So that's why I would go for Mateta. It's just
And I
for
agree
me
with
that's
that. I do agree. I do.
but João Pedro is a fine choice.
I do agree with you in terms of like over a whole season, probably Mateta does get more points, but there's a big but to that. Beginning of the season, I don't think so. The first 10 game weeks of this season, I think Pedro gets more points.
Okay. Well, yeah, yeah, like that's why everyone has their own things. Like I told Mateta to score five
Yeah.
goals in preseason. He's in form, so João Pedro's also in form. So I can't like pretend like this is not a thing. So I'm not saying it's a bad transfer. I just know that I'll refuse to fall for the Chelsea number 9 love again. So that's just on me. I am hurt, and I'm a hurt man. And as a hurt man, I want to learn from my mistakes so I don't repeat them in the future. Just when Liam Delap starts and João Pedro gets subbed on 59 minutes, just know I'm going to be front row and center, and I'm going to call each and every one of you João Pedro owners up. That's all I'm saying. I think it's a perfectly fine choice, but to start off the season knowing you have an at minutes risk, and it is like 80% wise, he is going to be the starter for the first 5, 6 games of the season. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
80% chance, sure, that he is going to do that. But that 20%, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight. When Mateta gets a penalty, I'm like, whoop whoop. When Kukurea makes a foul and fouls, I'm just gonna sit there. They're gonna be like, I told Oz about Mateta. Like, if I could afford Mateta, I I would have it. Like, when I eventually get rid of Haaland, I'm going to go for Mateta. Like, I have no scum in my mind knowing that the first striker I'm going to sign is going to be Mateta in that price range. So that's just on me. But all you Jean Pedro owners have the time of your life. Enjoy the
So,
roller coaster.
what do you rate that team out of 10?
That
Cucurella,
team,
Porro, Ronaldo, Esteve, Murillo, Salah, Palmer, Bruno, Dews, Reinders, Watkins, and Pedro. And there's still a million in the bank. What do you rate that team out of 10?
no,
I would
especially
give
with
it
the
a.
million in the bank. I'd give it a
I'd
7.
go like an 8. I'd go 8 out of 10.
Yeah, like I just think the defense could be a thing, like because you're gonna have to play Anderson. I think he said it. No, do not have Anderson, right?
No, he doesn't have Anderson. He has Cucurella, Porro, Ronaldo, Esteve, and
Oh,
Murillo.
Marilla. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Actually,
I
an
don't know
8.
how
Yeah,
he's.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
give
eight
it
out
an
of
8
ten.
out of
Yeah,
10.
8 out of 10. Yeah, I just think that with the million in the bank, that's very good. Um, well, I'm just with any team with João Pedro in for me is not gonna like. I just can't. I don't see it.
Okay,
Maybe I'm
we
missing
know,
something.
we know, we know,
Okay,
we
I'm done.
know. We've heard you.
Eight,
We've
eight,
heard
eight.
you
Cool.
for
I'm done.
25
I'm done.
minutes. We've heard you for 25 minutes go on about
Okay,
João
I'm done now.
Pedro. Relax
Okay.
yourself.
I've relaxed now. Yo, if he does anything in this game week, I'm fine. Oh, yo, if he does anything in this game week, I won't hear the end of it. But yes, 8 out of 10. But 8 out of 10. And I think that it all depends on how well teams do this season. Like, this game week is going to be. I'm shaky, bro. Like, I'm really scared to see, first of all, Liverpool, because I don't have Salah. And then obviously if Chelsea
Yeah.
do anything, they don't have João Pedro. So I'm very shaky, but scared. But I think it's pretty good. I think it'll be good. But yeah, I don't think anyone's come up with. Yeah, so what's your thing on Bruno? Actually, let's discuss this with Bruno because a lot of people have Bruno as a midfield option this season. So yeah,
I
what's your
don't
opinion
think he.
of Bruno?
I don't think he's good enough. Uh, I don't think he's good enough to keep um, in the team. Sorry, just.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't think he's good enough to be in your team for a long time. And also I just don't. Okay, the other problem is I don't know how he's playing with Cunha, with Mbuemo, with Shesko. I just genuinely don't know how that team works because who are the wingers left in your team? How's that team even set up? Sorry, can you? I don't even know what the team.
Yeah. So then, yeah, it depends if Cisco is fit. So, because like before Cisco was fit, we played Mason Mount as the number 9. So that's going to be Mason Mount or Cisco as the number 9. Then we play with 2 10s behind, which he played as Cunha and Bremo. Then he played as the wingers, Diallo and Dogu. And then he played Casemiro and Fernandez behind as a midfield pivot. He played Bruno and
I don't
Casemiro,
know.
and then obviously a back three. So my opinion on the what's your opinion on Bruno? Yeah.
So I don't know. I just don't know how that team works for a long period of time. Like I don't see Bruno being. I think there's a lot of defensive contributions that can be given from that team for Bruno's side of things, but I don't just as an attacking midfielder. He's not an attacking midfielder anymore. He's playing an eight. Then I take it. He's
Yeah,
playing
exactly.
basically
Yeah,
eight
yeah,
role.
definitely.
Yeah. So and I don't know how good he's going to adapt to playing an eight and not really being because he's got Cunha and Mbuemo up front. So he's not really advancing that ball. Or like the way I'm looking at it is, I don't see him advancing that ball that much. It's gonna be there's a defensive pivot. That's what it sounds like, and then good passing out, and then you've got Cunha and Mbuemo to get that ball to basically progress the attack. And I just don't see how. Yeah, I just don't see the effectiveness of him being in your team for that amount of money. He's 7.5 or 8 mil, is it?
No, he's 9. He's 9.
He's not. 9 mil for 9 million for that. Nah, like if you're really looking for defensive contributions, wouldn't you rather go for like a Caicedo or because I think if that's something that people are sleeping on. If you're looking for a defensive contributions from a player, I think Caicedo is going to be one of the biggest players for the season to have. I think also considering how trash the actual defense of Chelsea is, you're going to have. I think Caicedo's going to be quite good that side. But like, anyways, I don't know. I don't rate the transfer. I saw lots of people doing it, and I was like, I'd rather find the extra mil and bring Saka in and have that attacking threat and play it that way. But also because Saka also has really good defensive contributions anyways. So I was like, why would I not go for a Saka over Bruno? Because Saka does track back. He is involved in a lot of the defensive work for Arsenal, if you think about it. I don't know. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh no, I've never had Bruno in any of my 1,000,005 drafts that I have. I've never had Bruno because Man United's fixtures in the first 10, we play all of the last season's top 5 in our first 10 fixtures. So defensive recoveries, DEFCON points he will get. Like he's gotten them in every game he's played as the pivot in the preseason. Because sometimes he has played it at the 10, sometimes he has played in the pivot. Every time he's played as the two defensive midfielders, he has gotten those 2 points. So yes, he's going to get them. But then for 9 million, Man United especially, we're going to have to get goals. And I don't think that Man United as a team will score enough goals in especially the first 10 games, to justify a player of that price. So then that's my thinking of it. I definitely agree that when Saka, once Man United are flowing and then we have better fixtures after our first 10, I actually would consider having Bruno. But fixture-wise, it doesn't make sense. Man United aren't informed, and he is not playing as the number 10. So yes, he's on free kicks and penalties, but this defensive contribution, like it's 2 points, guys. Like are you gonna spend 9 million to basically hopefully get 4 points every week from a guy?
Yeah.
Like I just it's not a captaincy option. So my thing is, if you're paying that amount of money, you should be able to captain the person who's going. Like you can captain Saka. Like next game week 2 versus Leeds, you have a choice to captain Saka. The only way I would have Bruno Fernandes is because game week 3, Man United are playing Burnley. If you're not willing to captain Bruno against Burnley in game week 3, then why are you spending that much money on that type of player? So then that's just my thing of, I don't mind it, but you have to be willing to captain him in game week 3 because Man United have the best fixture that game week. So then you have to be willing to captain if you're paying that much money. Otherwise, get your defense, get your Tchaikovskys, get your Gabriels, get your Van Dijks. They are at 6 million. They will get more points then possibly Bruno can, because they will get the defensive contribution and they might get a clean sheet. They will probably get more clean sheets than Bruno will score in goals in the in those 10 fixtures. So for me, that's why I personally wouldn't go for Bruno, but a lot of content creators seem to love him. But if Bruno scores, I'm like, let's go, Man United. But yeah, we have 5 minutes until deadlines. Okay, cool. So we have 5 minutes until the deadline stream. So unless there are any more questions, we've given you all the information that we could give you guys. We're gonna give you guys your last 5 minutes to wrap up your team and hope that it goes well for you guys. Anything more to add, Sid, before you end the stream?
No, I've got nothing else to add. I think, yeah, captaincy wise, if you've got Haaland, I mean, you've made a solid point for Haaland. I think Salah, that might be as an option. I think also people might be sleeping on Palmer a little bit for this weekend because you have brought him in, so you should be able to trust him, but maybe not. I don't know. Palace wise, that's a good choice for a captaincy option. Yeah, I think first deadline stream, I think we've done well here.
Yeah. So then I'll also rate that, like, for captaincy purposes, I do think that's why I picked him. I think Haaland is the best captain this game week. Just because Salah is playing on a Friday night, it's early, but Salah is second, and Palmer would be third. I think those are your 3 best captaincy options. If you don't have any of those 3, then I don't know what you're doing on fantasy. But Watkins is also not a bad captaincy. No, I'm being honest, if you don't have any of those 3, that's weird. But then I also think that Watkins is also the 4th best captaincy option choice.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think both of our teams are good. With the Salah draft, my Haaland draft, your Salah draft, Pedro Porro for the win, and João Pedro to fail. But that's the end of our first ever deadline stream. My name is Tim from the FPL Diamond Dogs.
My name's Sid.
And remember, we're number 1 in the field.
And number 1 in your hearts.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.